Hey everyone! So you've all heard of New Year's resolutions. They're a list of goals that you set for yourself to improve yourself or to try something new when a new calendar year comes up. And so I've actually been planning this video for quite a while, and I've decided to come up with 5 things that I want to try during my first school year as a freshman in college. So without further ado, I present to you my school year resolutions. So with school year resolutions, this is not so much a bucket list of things that I want to accomplish, but more so a set of guidelines that I want to follow and kind of help myself feel happier and more comfortable adjusting to college and just bettering myself as a person. So I've kind of come up with some items that I want to follow. Maybe it's a little bit of a habit or just a way of thinking, so that I can make some changes and see what happens at the end of it. Here's how I'm going into my first year of college. So the first thing I'm telling myself is that time is value. How I spend my time and make use of it will kind of determine how the next 4 years of my life will look. I really don't want to fall into that loop of procrastinating and putting things off to the last minute. I have a full week of classes and I have 7 days. I have hours though I'm not in class, and I really want to make sure that I'm making the most of it to either study because I've never taken an exam before, or to reach out to other people and try new experiences and just make the most of the time so that I am not wasting anything and taking care of myself and developing as a person, because it's my first year of college. It's going to be a big exploring time, a big discovery time about myself, and just making the changes through the times that I spent having new opportunities and experiences around me. Next on the list is probably one of the biggest things that I've come to learn after my years of high school, and that is to keep work separate. I don't know how many times where I've struggled to feel productive and feel motivated to work because my desk is in my bedroom. So I'm always tempted by electronics, by my comfy bed, and just not fully focused on getting work done. And I think it's really important for me to have a mindset where I keep work where I'm working and where I'm enjoying myself in a separate place. So I might go and explore some libraries, the lounges in my dorm, and just find designated study spots and set aside time to fully focus on work and be productive instead of mixing and matching with where I enjoy myself and have fun. I just want to remember that who I am as a person at school and who I am as a person outside of school are 2 different entities, and whatever happens at school is not necessarily going to be the end of my life, and so I should just keep going, trying my best, and staying on the path that I want to stay on. Number 3 on my list is to step outside your bubble. I found out my senior year that I could really step out of my comfort zone and try taking on new tasks and responsibilities. I started my own debate club and I held leadership positions, and it really helped me realize that I can do things that I want to do if I just set my mind to it and try and accomplish them. So this year I want to find ways to get outside of my comfort zone and trying new experiences. I'm looking to join some clubs, maybe go out on the lake since I live so near it, and try new foods, try new places, meet new people. And the biggest takeaway for me is that opportunities are not just going to come served to me, and I have to go out and find the opportunities that I want so that I can make things happen and better myself as a person. Next is something that I learned my sophomore year of high school, and it gave me a big slice of humble pie, and that is to not be too proud. I took an AP class for the first time, and I was really struggling, but I always thought that I would handle it and figure it out eventually. And I ended up learning that it's okay to ask for help. And the important thing is to realize that there are people out there that are able and willing to support you. There's a lot of professionals who have studied many years just to come and be a teacher and assist you. So I'm hoping to make the most of going to office hours, asking questions, coming prepared to classes, as well as understanding that life is not always going to be a lot of successes. There will be failures, there will be lots of tears, struggles, and sometimes there might even be times where life is just completely stagnant and all I can afford to do is exist. So not being too proud and understanding that I'm human, I'm going to make mistakes, is something that I really want to stick with me as I move on to college. Lastly is something new that I'm hoping will just help me keep pushing through my first year of college, and that is to set goals and not expectations. And I'm just going to read what I have written here. Don't set any expectations for college. You will either be disappointed or ecstatic. Instead, set goals and standards for what you want to be the end goal, and just enjoy the ride that takes you there. College is about meeting new people, trying new things, learning more about yourself and who you want to be. In the long run, it's not going to matter if your one class was awful or if you got a really good score on one test. Set some goals and try to reach them. It's as simple as that. So those are the school year resolutions that I'm making as I enter my first year of college. I'm hoping that they will help guide me create new habits and new mindsets for how I can achieve things and grow as a person. And I am really just making this video to kind of look back at the end of the year and reflect on what kind of changes that I made and what went well, what didn't work well, and what I can do moving forward from each important milestone in my life. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I will keep you posted on my crazy life in college.